Hey guys, welcome back to finally Late Night Bull episode 5, dude. I'm here with Elliot in the garage. We're back. We got the new mic finally. It took a little bit. I think the day after we posted Soul Songs, you ordered the microphone.
Yeah, it was within like 2 or 3 days, I would say.
That's crazy.
So like I'm pretty sure the official date that I ordered it was like July 27th or 8th.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it was on back order for the longest time. It wasn't stocked like to distributors until September 2nd, and then even then I didn't get it until was it yesterday I posted that? So
Jeez.
September 10th or 11th, and then it came in. But hey, man, we're rolling now, and oh my god, this is gonna be so much easier for me to edit, dude. I'm already excited.
Dude, I know. But first of all, dude, I just want to thank you so much. Before we get started with the episode, I just want to thank you so much.
G Fuel plug.
Dude, so Ellie got me my birthday present. It was late because the postal system's kind of fucked up, but it's Sonic G Fuel flavored peach rings. Came with like stickers and stuff like that. It came with its own Sonic mixer and stuff like that.
Hell
I
yeah.
took a picture with the flash. You know, here it is right on the screen. My friend was like, "Yo, P rings, bro." I
You're
was
like, damn, I fucked up the picture.
I was like, "Stop, fucking P rings!" Like, look at, like, dude, look, Nick, you remember the picture, dude? Like,
No, it's funny.
oh
dude.
my god.
I like. It's like you sent it in like a Discord group with your friends, and then someone just replied P rings. Shit was funny.
I was like, shit. But hang on, I haven't actually tried it yet. It actually looks really good. It's like it actually like has like the same shading as a peach. Like I was thinking it was just gonna be like plain orange, but no, this actually looks really delectable. So first, we're just gonna
G Fuel is legit.
we're gonna pop it open, and like we're just gonna take a drink of it real quick. Dude, that tastes so good, dude.
You like it?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Dude, let's go.
Yeah, I had it like when it first came in because I got some for myself, of course. I'm a G Fuel nut. I put Mike on to G Fuel, like it's just how it is. But I'm glad you like it, dude. Not that there was any doubt. Like I said, it's Sonic and energy drink. Like what's not to love? But glad you like it, dude. It didn't come in nearly as late as the Mike did because your birthday was August 23rd. And
Yeah.
It came in like the 28th or something of August.
Yeah.
So it was only like a week late. It was supposed to come in like a day or two before your birthday. But holy shit. I'm just glad everything is finally in now. I don't have like packages I'm just waiting on now, you know?
Dude, no, I know, dude. Like, what was it, Sean? He got me a birthday gift, but I think it was I forget what Funko Pop it was, but it was two Sonic Funko Pops. I think it was I could be wrong, and I'm sorry, Sean, but I think it was Super Sonic in silver. But then they just kind of canceled the order, so Sean was just like, you know what, Mike? I said you would because he hooked me up with a graphics card when I was having computer troubles.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, you can pay me back. But then I was just like, then he said, hey, like, this is what I was gonna get you for your birthday, but you know what? Let's just say this is this is your birthday present, the graphics card. And I was like, all right, man. Like, thank you
Nice.
so much, dude. Sean, honestly, not gonna lie, funny story about Sean. Over the break that we were doing our stuff, waiting for the microphone. There's a game that I played that someone in the Sonic community made called Spark the Electric Jester.
Yeah, you've been sending me Snapchats.
Dude, the second game is a full 3D game, and I was like, dude, I really want to play. And he's like, what's the game called? I'm like, oh, it's Spark 2. I'm like, you'll like it. And then I get a notification on Steam. I was like, dude, stop.
You
He's
already
like,
got it?
Yeah, he's like, dude, here you go, man. And he gave it to me.
Oh,
And
wow.
Then I took a screenshot of the fucking like Steam thing, and then I was just like, Sean would be a great boyfriend. So, ladies, if you're looking for a nice, loyal man that will,
gentleman.
yeah, a nice, gentle man, like, he'll be it. He's the guy for you. But as tradition, let's crack it open.
Here we go. I already cracked mine open, but
Dude, I'm so excited to be back. I'm like stuttering of how excited I am.
yeah, you're in the Bool chair now.
Mhm.
We got him off. Like, this is so great. We have another good mic, so editing is not a total pain in the ass.
This is really good. Holy shit.
Oh,
Mango
yeah.
lemonade by
Yeah,
Truly.
yeah, the Truly mango lemonade. I'm drinking just the regular Truly lemonade.
That's a big boy.
Yeah, I got the tall boy.
Okay.
But, because I'm not really into the seltzers too much, like the regular ones. It just tastes like, low battery flavors. You know what I mean?
Like
So,
battery juice.
yeah, it's
I
like
gotcha.
it's not that great. It's fine. Some of them are better than others, but the lemonades, like they're just good. Like,
Yeah.
I can't explain it. So we're bulling on those. We got Mike off that creaky stool, which you probably remember from episode 3. I think it was. It was really bad.
I think so. Yeah.
So we got him on like a lawn chair that you'd have at like a lacrosse game. He's got like 2 cup holders, one for the G Fuel and one for the Truly, dude. He's
Dude,
set.
I'm bulling, dude.
It's pretty funny.
This is this is like the bull throne right here.
Yeah.
All we need are some wheels, and I'm ready to go. Dude.
You look like you're about to blast off.
Especially this fucking thing right here, dude.
Yeah, he's got like a little like umbrella shit.
I
on
know,
it.
dude. All right, I gotta tell you something, dude.
Okay, go.
I got a game recommendation for you right off the bat, dude.
Oh wow. Okay.
All my friends have been playing it. Right before I came over here, before I was looking for the lawn chair, like it was around like 7:30.
Okay.
I was in a Discord call with 8 people. I was with Sullivan, Mark, Gabe's brother, like his girlfriend, Sean, Drew, Amy Hyman, and her brother Jack Hyman. We're all playing this game called Among Us. Have you heard of that?
Dude, I want to play that game.
Dude, it's so fun. It is so fun, dude. Like
Like if it was on PS4, I would have already been playing it with like my PS4 friends.
Mhm.
But I like besides you, I really don't have anybody to play like PC games with yet.
yeah.
But it's funny that like that game just recently like blew up. But I remember 2 years ago or whatever when it came out, Donkey had a video on it, and I remember
Yeah.
it being really funny. But like it just like went under the radar all this time.
I think
I don't know why.
It's because it was under Steam Greenlight, which is like it's like a platform for I could be entirely wrong, but I think
Okay.
it's the only reason why it kind of got popularity again is because Steam Greenlight is for like releasing betas and stuff like that, but you're still paying for it. It's kind of like early access in a
Okay.
way, like how EA does early access.
Oh.
But I think they just had their 1.0 release, which is like the official release, like, game's finished,
Oh.
like, and like, release it like full price.
Okay.
And ironically enough, I found out that it's by the same guy who did the Henry Stickmin games, which I like. It's about like, trying to like do a task, but like you have different options and there's like maybe 1 to 2 right answers, but for every wrong answer there's a funny animation. But I used to play like the original games like on newgrounds.com when they were free.
Yeah.
And like then it got re-released I think in 2019. And then
Okay.
he was like, "Man, that was fun." Like he's like he likes making games and animations. And so then I think he was in the middle of that. He made Among Us. I could be all it
Okay.
could be all wrong, but I know it's the same guy. But dude,
Wow.
Among Us, excuse me, it's so fucking fun, dude.
Dude, it's like it's fun to watch too.
Yeah.
That's why I want to play it, but dude, you got to get me in that group.
Dude, honestly, like
For
real
real.
talk, you're more than welcome, dude. Like we try to get 5 people on, and honestly, if I relay the information like to Sean, Mark, or even like Sully and Mark, or even like Sean and Drew, they'll definitely have you on, dude.
Yeah. Well, and like what I like so much about Among Us is there's a lot of similarities with the game Mafia, which is fun, but I feel like Mafia is really only fun if you're playing with a group of people that you all know really well.
Yeah.
Because then you'll call out like, "Oh, I think you killed him," because you're afraid that he knows how to figure you out. Like if you're lying, like very personal things.
I
you know what
found
I
it
mean?
to be too complex back in the day.
Yeah. Whereas Among Us, like there's actual objectives, and you could have a reason. Oh, I think it's you because you stood by a thing and the taskbar didn't get complete, so I think you were faking it and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like you actually have stuff to go on, which I think is really cool.
Dude, it's high stakes. Like literally when I was like what was it? Like even like as like the enemy or like the ally,
Yeah.
I'm walking around, my heart's racing, and like your mics are muted. Like everyone like
Oh yeah, like during the like
Yeah,
work phase.
like we
Everybody's
all go
muted.
on Discord, like alt tab and mute our mics and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So it's just dead ass silent and stuff
Well,
like
does
that.
does the game have voice chat?
No,
It doesn't at all.
no, I think it has text chat, but like
Oh, okay.
it's better with Discord because you
Oh,
can just mute.
absolutely.
But dude, it's
I'm surprised they don't actually. I
it's
feel like
such an adrenaline rush, dude. Like, as I'm walking around, there's no music or anything. It's just you're walking around, just the ambient sound of space, and all you hear is like your little footsteps and stuff like that, and maybe
Yeah.
the occasional like sound blip for completing a task. And like it's scary because like I'm in a room where like you got to swipe your card, but then all of a sudden my friend Drew comes in with me too, and I'm just like, I get like
Whoa.
really
Yeah, like
I get
hold
really
up,
on
hold up.
edge. And then of course it's the like the swipe your card, just like my house and meals. It takes like 5 times to swipe. And then next thing you know, somebody gets killed, and then Drew is just like, I think it was Mike. He was in the room for a very long time swiping his card. I'm like, dude.
No.
I'm like, dude. Okay, you want to hear something really stupid that happened today?
What happened?
Dude, honestly, I mean, this isn't gonna sum up the game in a nutshell, but I just think it's a funny moment. So I went to the same like agent room. With it was me, Amy, Sean, and Drew. We all rolled up at the same time, and as soon as I was about to click swipe card, I seen Amy get killed, and then the button for use turns into report, and I was like, oh my god, it was one of you two. It was either I'm like, it's either Sean or Drew or both of you guys, and they were like, I don't know, Mike, like you might have killed her, and then everybody voted against me, and I got so
Oh.
pissed. And Amy, like on the
Just
other,
because like you were in the room and you could report it.
yeah,
Yeah.
because it could have been like, I mean, in hindsight, like it could have been any three of us, but like I
Yeah.
saw it happen, and then it just happened that my button turned report,
Wow.
and I got voted off, and Amy and I were both seething because after the next round they killed another person, and then it was just like, oh, imposters win, and I was
Oh,
like,
way to go,
what the
guys.
fuck?
You know, that's a cool thing about it too, like the mind games where like you could kill somebody, wait a second, then report it, even though you killed them, pretending like, oh, I just stumbled upon it. Or you could kill them and walk away and then wait for someone else to do it. You know what I mean? You could use that to
You
your
can
advantage.
even if you kill them, you can self-report it too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I know,
Like
it's-
you could kill them and be like, oh my god, I found it. What the hell happened? That's crazy.
You know what's funny? Fucking Sully, when we were playing tonight, he was walking with me the whole time. Then he just killed me, and then he sent me a Snapchat of just a smiley face.
That's a BM. That's a BM. What the
But
hell?
honestly, guys, if you haven't checked it out already, I mean, if you're not already a PC gamer, definitely check out Among Us. It's definitely, I think it's only about $5, maybe
Yeah.
6,
Okay.
but it's really fun. Get your friends in, and
Yeah, like I don't think you even need like a really good computer to play it.
no,
You could
yeah,
probably just do it on a laptop.
honestly, I don't want to say it's Adobe Flash based because like it runs pretty well in like
Yeah.
Adobe Flash in 2020.
But it's nothing super complicated.
Oh, yeah,
like
no.
it's real cartoony and all
that's
that stuff.
that's the thing with the guy who made like same thing with the Henry Stickman games. Like, I mean, if you can port all the Flash games to like, modern consoles like, computer, and like I think only the Henry Stickman collection is only on PC. But if it's easily that portable from a Flash game from like 2010, 2011, 2012, wow, that peach rings. Holy shit. Excuse me. But like I was saying, if you could easily port that and run it perfectly, your computer shouldn't have any trouble with that. You can probably run it on a toaster. But honestly, guys, check out Among Us. It's really fun. I don't think I did this game justice by like talking about it, but like,
you do have to like watch a round or two, and then you.
oh
get
yeah,
it.
the learning curve's pretty. It sounds complicated, but once you get like 2-4 rounds in, you're in the zone.
Yeah.
Like you
Well,
kind
and
of know.
I feel like if you have a base understanding of Mafia, you're pretty much halfway there.
Because the first game I played, I was the imposter, and it was like, here's your fake task, but I was like, oh, I'm supposed to do them, like,
Oh,
to look
yeah.
like I'm like actually.
You look like you're busy. Yeah.
yeah, but then everybody won, and everyone's like, why didn't you kill anybody? I'm like, I was trying to do my task, and they're like, no. Like that you're supposed to be looking like you're doing your task.
Yeah, I feel like you just kind of got unlucky, like being the imposter first.
Dude, my tactic, if I'm the imposter and I already get ratted out and like sent out into space, I'm the ghost. I follow the other imposter if the game setting is like that.
Oh
And
yeah.
if they're like in a room with someone, if I can like close that door, I close it. And then like for example, like I closed the door on someone and Sean was in there and he was the other imposter. And all of a sudden, as soon as the door closed, Sean just went up to him, killed him, hopped in the vent like nothing happened. I was like,
Wait, so when you're a ghost, you can still interact with stuff,
I think you can interact.
or just like doors and vents and things?
I think it's still. If you're an imposter ghost, I think you can still, like sabotage. I don't think you
Okay.
do any jobs though. If you're like crewmate though.
Yeah, you can
Mhm.
just like watch, like walk around and watch. Okay.
Yep,
But no, it looks super fun, dude. You got to get me on that.
dude. Honestly, yeah, dude. I'll hit up Sully and like Sean and Drew, and they wouldn't mind at all, dude. I'll be like, yeah, Elliot wants to play,
Let's go.
and they already think you're cool already. So
Yeah, man.
yeah,
Cool squads.
but yeah, that's Among Us, dude.
And he's out of the G Fuel already.
Dude,
15 minutes in.
this was so fucking clean, dude. I loved it a lot.
It's going to be even better on ice, too.
Dude,
Yeah, I got you sliced.
that trick is so fucking gnarly,
Dude,
dude.
it makes a difference. It's actually crazy. Like I thought people were just like, making it up, but it's a big deal.
Dude, when I was well, I still need to finish the contest, but I was streaming SRB2's the official level design contest came back after 5 years of being like canceled
Yeah.
because like we got the new team, old guard for SRB2, like the old moderators were pretty much assholes and they were lazy. So now it's like, we got a stronger community. So we brought back the official level design contest by my friend. Well, I mean, all the other judges did it, but I know my friend James and my other friend who goes by Sphere
Okay.
also like I helped out a lot. The official level design contest is so much like more like it's actually more tolerable to play through now because instead of it like being separate files, you got it's all in one like file that you can just play and like you go to like a hub world and you pick the level and stuff like that. It's really interesting. But when I was streaming it on Twitch, I had the whole G Fuel with ice in it, dude. I put like all the ice cubes in there.
Oh, let's go.
Dude, it was so fresh, dude.
Yeah, you said you were gonna do one of the level design contests. I think you said in August, right? But you didn't make the deadline.
No, I saw it
Or
I came on and it was just like deadlines in 2 weeks. I'm like, I really want to try to get to the autumn deadline for the
Yeah.
autumn season contest, which is November 30th. I got plenty of time. I'm going to have to learn a lot though. I'm going to have to bust my ass to like get to it. But
Yeah.
honestly, like it'll
you
be
should do it though,
dude,
Yeah.
I'm trying to. It's going to be if I do this, it'll be my first published level ever.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that. Like, cause you've been making them for I don't even know how long.
Yeah,
but-
because I mean I worked on it and stuff like that, and it's just like I didn't release anything. I was on a team for a little bit, but it's like I didn't really follow through. Then everything changed in 2016 when slopes were added, and then that's just a whole different learning curve.
No, when you said and then everything changed, and I thought of Avatar.
The
when
fire,
the Fire
the
Nation
slope
attacked.
nation
Sorry.
attacked.
I just that's on my brain because I watched for the first time. Like I've seen Avatar: The Last Airbender like a few times now. I rewatched it when it came on Netflix. We talked about that, but I just watched like within the past few weeks, The Legend of Korra, which is like the sequel one.
I'm familiar.
And honestly, dude, like it seems like that one catches a lot of flack because a lot of people are like, "Wow, it's not as good as like the original Airbender." But honestly, like I enjoyed it a lot.
I give it credit. I mean, it picked off. And from what I heard from other people, it picked off perfectly.
Yeah,
And actually isn't like, if anything, it isn't even harmful to the series. It actually
No.
elaborates on a lot more stuff.
yeah, it was really enjoyable. And like the cool part about it is like the thing with the avatars is like when one dies, one is immediately born into like the next element. So it goes like air, water, earth, fire. So we get the next water avatar after Aang, basically, which is, the one we all know. And the cool part is there's a lot of like references and flashbacks to like his time after the original show, but before this show. And then it's also like some of the characters that are in the original show are like still alive, but they're like super old.
Yeah.
So I don't know, dude. It's really cool. I
One thing
really
that
enjoyed it.
one thing that really caught my attention when I was just like watching it on Nickelodeon, and like I even when I watched a video about it, because back in the day I remember watching through season 1 when I was
Okay.
like little, and then even the shitty movie, the live action movie, was based
Oh
off
God.
book 1.
I
I
watched
think it
maybe
was-
5 minutes of that, dude. It's so bad. Oh my God.
It was bad, but I remember I think it was like the commander in chief of the Fire Nation, not Prince Zuko, but the other guy.
Commander Zhao?
Yeah,
Is that the
Commander
guy?
Zhao
Yeah.
died, but like in the Legend of Korra, like he's like walking around, he's like,
Oh, dude, he's crazy.
he's
It's,
like, I
it's
gotta
in the
find the last Airbender.
yeah, he's in the spirit world and he sees Aang's son, which looks like an older Aang.
Yeah.
and he like starts freaking out because he thinks like he still has a chance, but like, bro, you're dead.
Oh, that's not even Aang.
No, that's Tenzin, his third child,
Oh, that's cool.
and you see all three of his kids like much older. It's cool.
That's
actually.
awesome.
Yeah, but I remember that scene. They're in the spirit world, and it's like I forget what it's called, but it's some area in the spirit world where spirits of people or otherwise get lost
Who
and
aren't fulfilled.
yeah, who aren't fulfilled, and they just go insane. And like Commander Zhao was like just he was in like a thought loop almost. He was just saying the same thing over and over. Like I'm going to capture the last Airbender, and like it's like, bro, you're like who the fuck are you talking to, bro?
Yeah.
Like, it was weird, but it was so funny.
It's pretty cool. Like, like that's why, like I said, it's not even harmless because it actually has basically it shows continuity.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
and like, it's hard to grasp that. Have you?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take a dartboard and throw it in the dark. Have
Okay.
you ever watched Codename Kids Next Door?
I remember that show like back in the day, and I would watch it like if it came on after something else I was watching, I'd watch it for a little bit. Like I remember what a few of them looked like. I remember like number one was like the
Bald.
this
Yeah.
bald kid with the red
Yeah.
sweatshirt, and then number two was like the chubby kid with the blue like denim, and like that's basically all I remember. I never really like watched it at length. Why was that one of the ones like you watched a lot as a kid?
Oh yeah, I watched the whole series and I saw how it ended. Basically, like number one got recruited into the Galactic Kids Next Door, and then they're like only one person can go up there, like forever
Oh.
and stuff like that, and like face off against adult tyranny in space. But I was watching this video. Apparently, there's like a pilot for for like continuing the continuity of the Kids Next Door called Galactic Kids Next Door.
Oh.
And honestly, like the teaser trailer was so sice. It's like I think one of the teenagers was up there and he's like, "Yo, number one, you don't know what you're doing, dude. Like you're gonna like harm parents and like kids and stuff like that." And like
Sheesh.
everyone like that's like in the secret Galactic Kids Next Door is actually like working against to like end all like like adults and stuff like that.
Like tyranny, that type of
Yeah,
stuff?
but like it's like corruption, and then it's just like stop the Galactic Kids Next Door, and like it's like the people down on Earth are facing off with the people like up in space. It's pretty cool. It was pretty edgy.
it's pretty nuts, yeah.
It caught my eye, and like every single voice actor was the same in the teaser and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't think it was picked up, but I don't think he pitched it to Cartoon Network, maybe.
Okay.
But he said if it has enough fan reception, it'll definitely maybe he'll like pitch it.
Wow.
But I was like, dude, what? I'm like, wow, dude, that's awesome. Like
Yeah.
continuity. Like,
when the cool part too, well, I have a few things actually. You made me think of a couple stuff. One, just to loop, before I loop back to Avatar Last Airbender stuff, have you ever seen the meme, and it's like a codename Kids Next Door of like Smash Bros, like Fire Emblem characters?
no.
You haven't seen that?
I'm guessing it's from what you're saying, I'm guessing it's the intro of
Yeah,
Codename
it's
Kids
the
Next Door.
intro with like the black and the yellow.
Yep.
And like each like Fire Emblem character does like a move, and then they like land in like a pose. Like Ike does like Aether, he lands and then he throws his sword in the ground and it's like does the cross arms and stuff. I always thought that was cool, but yeah, never really watched the show too much.
It's definitely like it's a show to watch, but don't take seriously. Like
Yeah.
It's all in good fun.
Well, and then that actually sort of leads into what I'm going to say next, because the cool thing about Legend of Korra is, like, we watched Avatar: The Last Airbender, the original show, when we were probably like 10, 11,
I was probably
12.
7 when it came out.
Wait, was it really that long ago?
I think it was 2005 or 2006, but either way, I was 7 or 8.
Okay, by the time it finished, maybe we were like 10 or something.
Probably, yeah.
But you know, and Aang, the main character, was 12 years old. You know what I mean? And then like Sokka and Katara were like 14 or something, and Zuko was like 16 or something. So it's all like, you know, like early teens or like even before teens, you know, like 12 years old Aang. And then Legend of Korra, you start and Korra, the next Avatar, is already 17. And then there's like a time skip where she's 21 in the last season. So it's almost like, in that sense, like the continuation also grew with the audience, which I think is really cool.
Yeah.
Like, it touched on like some interesting things. Like, one thing that I thought was kind of cool, and fitting, I might add, was, spoiler alert, Korra actually ends up dating Asami, which is another girl in the show. So, you know, it's like a canon lesbian couple in a Nickelodeon kids show.
Not
which
the
is
first
like,
time I heard of a cartoon show doing that, honestly.
Yeah, no,
I think
but it
Steven
was-
Universe did that.
Yeah, but like 2012, 2013, or whenever the heck it was, like that's like new grounds in a way. You know, it's kind of
It was kinda
cool.
like-
It's bringing in new things.
It was kind of unheard
know?
of. Like
Yeah.
is it in back in the
For
day,
the
like
time, yeah.
in 2012, like before, like before even like like homosexuality, like marriage was like legal across all states, like thanks to like Barack Obama and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
Like
Supreme Court.
I'd say that was a pretty ballsy move,
Yeah,
but I think it was a good move.
yeah, absolutely. And the thing is, they didn't really reveal it until the end. Like,
Yeah.
they hinted at it in like the last season, because there's a part, and I won't get too spoilery for anyone who hasn't seen it and wants to watch it, but there's a section in the later part of it where she's like Korra's like off on her own from like her main like group of friends, like Team Avatar as they call themselves, and she's getting like letters from all of them, but she's really only writing back to Asami for some reason. And then it's like right at the last episode, they show them like holding hands, and like they just go off on like a vacation together after everything's over. And it's like, oh, whoa. Like they were kind of hinting at that, weren't they? You know, it's kind of cool. And then the last thing I thought of was, because we mentioned how bad the live action movie was, did you hear they're doing another one? And well, here's the thing, I forget the dude's name.
And
it's
M.
like
Night
Michael.
Shyamalan?
It's like Michael DiMartino. I'm sorry if I butchered that, but like one of the main creators, writers of the show, and like maybe 2 or 3 others were on the crew for this new live action one. It's like through Netflix, and they left because of creative like dissonance. But they're still gonna make it without like the original one. So like, it's gonna be
Yikes.
that's a yikes, dude. Like, that's gonna be a
I'm
shit
not gonna
show.
say it's gonna be bad, but
No,
that's
it's gonna be
already,
bad.
That's already a bad sign.
It's gonna be bad, dude.
Yeah.
And it's similar to like, I just heard about this like with the Star Wars like sequels, like 7 through 9 or whatever. They finally admitted that episode. Have you seen all 3 of them?
I've seen all 3.
Okay, you have. Okay, me too.
I had to finish the story. Yo,
So
once I
you-
started 7, you have to finish it. Like,
Yeah,
come
you
on.
may as well. You know. So you know how in episode 9 they bring back Palpatine out of fucking
Out of
nowhere.
nowhere. Yeah, okay,
Literally
in a
out of
text
nowhere.
blurb.
And then, like, as the movie was coming out, they were, like, interviewing, like, directors and, like, writers and stuff. And they're like, was this the plan all along? And they're like, oh, yeah, we've been building up to this the whole time. First of all, bullshit. Like, no one bought that. But they just came out, like, Daisy Ridley, the girl who plays Rey, just had an interview, like, not even a week ago. And someone asked her, like, was that the plan all along? Like, were you aware of that, like, going into episode 9? She's like, no, I had no idea. Like, they totally just made it up. So people are like pissed. Like there's this one YouTube channel I watch. It's called Star Wars Theory, and it's this dude. He's like a huge fan of like all Star Wars stuff. Like he reads like the the Legends books and all that stuff. Like he's super fan. And once he heard that, he's like, dude, like I'm just so pissed. Like I tried to defend these movies, like, you know, where I could, even though like they're not that great or whatever. But now I'm just mad because like they make me look like a fool because, you know, they did just kind of, you know, say fuck it.
Yeah.
You know, and they ruined it. And then he's sitting there. He said, "I dub the episodes 7 through 9. I dub thee a fan fiction." And
Honestly,
I was like, "Finally, dude, we can
I-
pretend like they're not fucking real."
I
They're
mean,
so bad.
At first, I called it the Neo trilogy. I was
Yeah.
thinking it was going
I
to be
mean-
the Neo quadology, because I'm like,
Oh, you were thinking there was an episode 10?
honestly, like, you know, I would have ended on episode 10. Like 9 is an odd number, and I just like to be like
Well,
neat and organized.
I'm glad they're not making a 10th for
But,
what
like,
it's worth. But
here's the thing, though. Like, I feel like they were setting up something in episode 7. Like, because, you know, Snoke, I think his name was.
yes, no.
Like, he was big and powerful. He was like, I am the Senate, or something like that. Like, something
Okay,
like.
I am the Senate is Palpatine. But
I know,
I
but,
get what you're
but
saying.
he's like, no, I am the Senate. It's like, I'm Dirty Dan. No, I'm Dirty Dan. But, like, I feel like they were setting up something to, like, him, like, being, like, more all powerful and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I feel like as soon as the actress for, what's her face
For
died?
Rey?
For Ray died. No,
or
the-
for Leia.
For Leia died.
Oh yeah.
And wasn't there another death in the Star Wars, like, continuity, too? Like,
you
for
mean in
actors.
real life?
Yeah.
For actors? I don't think so. I think it was just her.
Okay.
Like obviously Han Solo died, but like Harrison Ford is alive.
Yeah, but I feel like after that, that's where things started to get really fucky.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like half of episode 8, it was the original plan. Like, they were in space, they were just bulling and stuff like that, and like, you know, Rey's doing her own thing. But the minute when they get on the Star Destroyer or whatever it was, and they actually meet up, like as soon as they walk onto there, I feel like that's where the original plan starts to dissipate.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'd say even earlier is like fucking what's it called, like Princess Leia dying, like, you know, her actress dying. Like, you know, as soon as, like, you know, they were like, oh fuck, like, you know, we don't have a key actor, we already
Yeah.
have episode 8 and 9 planned out, and as
And her
soon
character's still alive.
yeah, so as soon as they were just like, oh my god, the whole rebel like ship exploded, and then she just fucking like ascends like Travis, like
That
she,
made
like
no
she's
sense
coming
to me, dude.
she's coming like at you
That
for the
scene-
Travis Scott burger and shit. Like,
Travis
like
Scott
she's
burger.
like fucking like deep fried, like coming in like
no,
with.
dude, that scene pissed me off. That was so cheesy.
I feel like after that, that's where the original plan started to dissipate.
okay.
And like, you know, they were like, I genuinely
Well,
feel like
There's an issue too because the director for episode 7 was J.J. Abrams, who I was never really a fan of. He just seems like a fanboy that doesn't really know
Yeah,
what
then-
the fuck he's doing.
then
And then episode 8, I think it was Rian Johnson directed it, and then JJ came back for 9.
yeah.
So it's like it's a discontinuity there as well. So like it's almost like he kind of had to just throw it in at the last minute because he wasn't able to build it up in 8, which I don't think he had the idea for Palpatine in episode 7.
Oh yeah, no, I
But,
definitely
you
think
know
there
what I'm
was
saying.
more with General Snoke, but since they had to like kind of like retcon everything because of
Yeah,
like
and that's another thing too.
Princess Leia's like actress's death. Please tell
Yeah.
me her name so I don't have to say that anymore.
Oh, Carrie Fisher.
Carrie Fisher's
Yeah,
death.
yeah.
I feel like after that, original plan started to dissipate, and they're just like, I kill this motherfucker, kill Snook, like you know.
Well, and the thing is, like, it like Snoke's in episode 7 was like, okay, he's a big dude, like he could probably fuck us up, you know what I mean? And then episode 7, Rey, barely trained, goes in with Kylo Ren, and they kill him in episode 8 like it's nothing.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like, isn't
It's
that
like, what was the point of that?
isn't that weird?
He's not even like a real villain. He's just some dude sitting in a chair. You like drag a lightsaber, cut him in half, and like that was it.
He's like, I'm Dirty Dan, and then Kylo kills him. He's like, I'm Dirty
I was
Dan.
just like, dude, that's the lamest shit ever. Like,
I was kind of pissed. I was like,
oh,
really?
there's so much to hate about those, dude.
And then episode 9 was just like kind of like trying to fit the pieces back together, like kind of like rushing an essay,
Yeah.
like 2 hours before it's due. But you had like 2 months to work on it and shit like that.
Yeah.
Trust me, I speak from experience. I know how that shit goes. So, like, you know, like it's not, fuck. it's not very it's not very nice and it's very sloppy.
It's
So
not
like
optimal.
yeah, so then like as soon as like the text word for episode 9, they're like Palpatine's back, and then he's just sitting his throne. He's like, I am the actual Senate. I'm like,
God.
really? Like what? I'm like, fuck, dude. And
Dude, it's so dumb. And then like, what I really respect is John Boyega, the guy who plays Finn. He the whole time has been shitting on those 3 movies, and he was in them.
didn't they cock him out of like a lot of scenes for episode 9?
Well, that's the thing, like because in episode 7, like he's a stormtrooper who they hint at as having like being like force sensitive, like he might have force powers.
I thought that was pretty cool.
And I was like, yo, that's new. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like a stormtrooper that gets out of his brainwash, all of a sudden he's also force sensitive. Like that could be crazy. And they did nothing with it. And he shit on the movies because like people would say stuff like, "Oh, Rey is more powerful than Anakin," and John Boyega just sit there like, "No, she's fucking not." It's like it was so funny to me, dude. He did not give a fuck.
Honestly, yeah, the Neo trilogy.
Like
is
he's
just-
the one good thing out of this, like as a person, not as a character, because they butchered his character. That's not his fault.
Oh, dude, they definitely skewed everybody's character development.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then like Mark Hamill, like Luke Skywalker, just chilling. Like you got that whole fucking setup for episode 8 where they're just looking at each other, and then like it actually cuts back to them in episode 8, and he's just like, "Howdy,
Yeah,
let me drink some tit milk real quick."
yeah. Well, and the thing is too, like this should have ended it at the very beginning, because George Lucas, the creator of the whole thing, said there was never a plan for him to make a 7 through 9, and his reasoning for that was Star Wars is the story of Anakin Skywalker and his downfall and then his redemption, you know what I mean, at the very end. And then you think about it, it's like, okay, well, who's in all 6 movies? Anakin, Palpatine, Yoda, R2D2,
Yeah, it's a whole
C3PO.
it's a whole like fucking
And that's
legend,
it, isn't
yeah.
it? That's what, 5 people? Like, who else is in all 6 movies?
If you want to push it, maybe Obi-Wan.
No, because he dies in 4.
I know, but Force Ghost.
Okay,
He's
okay,
like-
okay. We'll count
like,
that. We'll count
"Luke,
that. We'll count that. So
Luke,
6.
Your
Okay.
mom, like or something like that.
We will count that. We will
Yeah.
count that. So that's 6.
And he was like Anakin's like close guy. Like
Yeah.
they were butt buddies, dude. Let me rephrase. They were best friends.
Yeah, that's probably what you should have said. But yeah, it's like, and all of those are centered around Anakin. If you think about it, you know what I mean. Yoda trains his son to bring him back. Obi-Wan's his best friend. Palpatine's the dude that, turns him, manipulates him, and then Anakin's at the center of it. Like it makes sense, and that's why those 6 movies are such a concise story. So just making 7 through 9 was a stupid idea to begin with, and I thought that when they began to
potential.
do it,
I think it had potential.
they
I mean,
could have done something with it, but they fucked it up.
I mean, it could have. It definitely had potential. Be like, yo, like, what is going on after like everybody got, like basically like liberated, and then now it's just like, oh, army's back.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck happened? Like, I want to know what happened. Like, who's running the joint now? Then it was just at the end, it was Palpatine. Like, I am a ghost, and I'm like, fuck off, dude. Like, I'm like, go back in your fucking grave and climb in it, dude. Like, I hate you. I hate you.
Fuck that guy.
I know that he's like,
He is a good ass villain,
but
though.
then he's just like, I am your father, Ray. And Ray's like, what? I was like,
I'm sorry.
I was like, really? Really, dude? Like, I was like, I was pissed,
It's
dude.
like you're sitting there like, oh, okay, buddy. Okay.
Oh, my God. And, like,
all right.
all right, I got a funny... I'm going to end the Star Wars talk real quick
Oh,
but
sure,
with
sure,
a
go
funny
ahead.
story. I went on 4chan, like, I think a week before the movie released, and the script got leaked, and I read through it because I'm like, I want to see if this is fake or not.
Oh, I didn't read it.
And then it was just like, Kylo and Rey kiss, and I was like, this is definitely fake. So one day at B-Dubs, I'm sitting with like Sean, Sam, Tyler, like, and I was just like, dude, I was reading this leaked script. It sounds so far-fetched, and they're like, don't tell us. I'm like, no, I gotta tell you this part though. Kylo and Rey kiss, and it was like, dude, shut the fuck up. I'm like, I'm like, dude, it's probably not
It's
real.
gonna be trash.
I'm like, this isn't real. They wouldn't do that. And it's soon enough.
And
I was
yeah,
sitting
they
with
did.
Tyler and Sean in the movie theater like 2 weeks later, and as soon as they kissed, they both turned to me and all like they looked angry at me. And I'm like, sorry. Like, I'm like,
Yeah.
did you think that was gonna? I mean, I didn't think it was gonna happen.
There it is.
I was like, no, I was sitting throughout the whole movie, and I'm like, oh my god, like this is verbatim what I read on 4chan,
Yeah.
dude. And I was like, oh man, like
And
really, dude?
it makes me sad too because like Mark Hamill, and this is the last thing I'll say too. But Mark Hamill also said there was a scene that they filmed, and it was like a few minutes long, in I think it was episode 8, where he was like walking around the destroyed like Jedi temple, and he was like, I forget exactly what was happening. He was either looking at monuments or something like that, or like talking to like maybe he was talking to Yoda or something like that. And it was like apparently like really emotional, and like he was going through it, and there was like a lot to like dig into there, and they just scrapped the entire thing, and it didn't make the movie.
Dude,
Like
honestly,
imagine how big of a scene that would have been. And
That would've been
Mark was like, dude, I poured my heart out in that scene. Like I tried really hard, and I thought it was great, and they didn't use it.
that would have been pretty pog.
Yeah, because 8 was like easily the weakest of the 3, probably.
I say 9 was the weakest.
Well, not okay. 9 was the most whack, but 8 was so boring, dude. There was one good scene, and it was when Luke was talking to Yoda.
yeah,
That was it.
dude.
That was
Honestly, not gonna lie, my ethics professor back in like 2018, when the movie dropped, he kind of looked like Mark Hamill, and he was like, and this girl I was in my class with, like, she was a big Star Wars nerd too, and I was just like, I'm like, dude, this guy looks like Mark Hamill, and like, but she's like, yeah, I gotta see it, and then like he kept talking about the textbook. He's like, you need to read the text, and then like and then after class, I was like, yeah, he's like going on like Luke Skywalker, like the sacred text.
Dude, I could see that.
And the funny thing was, like, he was an ethics professor too, so like he would have like philosophy and shit like that, and he actually would like make sense,
Yeah.
like almost kind of like in a Luke Skywalker way. I'm like, dude, I can't take him seriously. All I just picture is old ass Luke
You're just sitting there
Skywalker
like,
going like,
Yes, master.
the sacred text. You gotta cite the text.
the sacred
like,
Jedi text.
I know. Holy shit, dude. Oh man.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah. I wish I got a picture of him, but like his name was Gary. I
Was
don't know
that-
his last
Wait,
name.
were you at Towson at that
HEC.
time?
It was my
HEC?
last semester at HEC.
Okay, so it was like spring 2018.
Yep.
Okay, gotcha.
Bingo.
Gotcha.
So it was like, I think it was like the winter, like that winter that passed. That's when episode 8 dropped.
Wait. Bad movies, dude.
They suck.
This is like movie night episode 2.
Well, I hope not.
No, no, it's not. But it's just stuff I've been thinking about lately. So
Yeah. But man, dude, fucking, what a great dude. I'm gonna go on a rant, and I don't normally try to call people out,
ooh, here we
About
go.
on-
Juicy.
but you know, I feel like this is gonna be like, all right. So let me paint you guys a picture. I'm supposed to be at Towson right now, living in my new
Whoa.
apartment.
I know parts of this.
It's called Aspen Heights, and I don't care that I'm throwing their name under the bus because they are already in the media.
No.
So why not? So we were supposed to move in August 22nd. I wanted to get a place off campus. I booked it in April, and like you know, like not looking at all the Towson University stuff, how they moved in the students and how they kicked them all out. That like this isn't about that. Like, cause I signed privately through this apartment,
Yeah, you're off campus.
and they were sizing it up all the whole time on social media, like August 22nd, guys, get ready to move into your new apartment. And then as soon as like I think it was like is 22nd, so 21st, 20th, the 19th of August, they're just like, hey, so we're gonna have to delay it for a week. I'm like, okay, I
a
was
week-
salty,
Yeah, a week is a week.
but shit happens, and they said they were gonna compensate people with a $500 gift card, and I'm like, well, that's kind of dumb because I already paid $1,200 for rent for August because we were supposed to be like technically like we were supposed to be there in August, so we already paid for rent and stuff like that. And like, you know, we're technically still there in August, so like we have to abide by the contract. Flash forward a week later, they're just like, okay, we're gonna move you guys in September 2nd. I'm like, okay, that didn't happen. And they're like,
Yeah.
September 6th. I'm like, that didn't happen either. And everyone's getting so mad. And then they finally just flat out said like, okay, so we had some unexpected delays for construction, so we're gonna try to move you guys in the 26th.
Wait, that's what they said the reason was?
They said due to COVID delaying instruction and stuff like construction, but I'm like, the construction
doesn't
workers
make
are essential
sense.
workers though. Like, what stopped it? And like, I get it. Like, I mean, I get shit happens.
Well, that doesn't make sense though. If you were planned to move in August 22nd, like
I-
it would have been done or like nearly done by then.
I
you
just
know?
think I think it's three factors in this. I think it's the construction crew were probably really slow. They were probably lacking. And I know another thing is to get occupancy permits for any building like that you're gonna have people stay and sleep in Baltimore County takes a bob.
Yeah.
So that's another delay. And then Aspen, like, first of all, like, real talk, I had toxic relationships that were better than Aspen, how they were treating me, dude. Like, but because they just kept stringing you along about like when you're gonna move in, and like, I quit my job, but then I had to go back and get my job because like, I'm not working. I'm still here in Hartford County and stuff like that. And it's just like, how do you not know your own like construction like progress for a building that you own?
Yeah.
It's definitely bullshit. And like everybody review bombed them on Google reviews and stuff like that. I did too. I think last time I checked, I got like 12 likes or something like that.
Nice.
Because like it's just unprofessional, and like and I can't believe they called me and asking me to pay rent for September, even though we're not in there.
Oh, I know, and I love what you said too.
They were like, they called me up. They're like, hey, you need to pay rent. I said, are you joking? They said, well, no, we're not joking. You're by contract need to pay rent. And I said, dude, I'm not paying rent until I take a shit in my new bathroom, dude. Like, and I hung up the phone. Because at that point, dude, it's just like, at that point, like, why are you going to harass me for like,
Yeah, you might not move in until mid-October.
honestly, if September 26th is the new move-in date, I'm not even gonna run it past me that we're not even gonna be there until then. There's people that above me, like the floor. So apparently floor 3 is the 23rd of September. Floor
Okay.
4 is the 26th, and I guess
And then
5 through 7 are
What floor are you again?
4.
4. Oh, okay.
So and I'm guessing the upper floors are gonna move in October. Who's to say they're not gonna delay it again, dude? They already got featured in media like the Baltimore Sun saying like how like it's super illegal what they're doing.
Yeah.
And then I think I read online that they gave their money. They refunded everybody for August, and they also threw in another 500 gift card too. That you can keep in mind that you can only use online,
Yeah.
which is kind of stupid. Like if I'm gonna get $500 gift card, dude, I want to invest it in something in face to face, not online, dude.
Yeah.
Like.
Why not just say, "Hey, free rent for this month"?
Yeah, but
why give you money and then expect you to forget about it? You know,
I
what
know,
I mean? That's dumb.
And after like they were like holding it like against everybody, they're like, we're not giving back rent. They're like, we decided to give back rent because we are a good company. I'm like, no, you're not. Like, I'm sorry, dude. Like, it was basically in hindsight, Aspen Heights at Towson. I hope everything's going all right. I really hope I do move in there. I don't think it's going to be as sliced as they made it out to be, because let's face it, at this point they're rushing to get construction done.
Yeah.
I just hope I could just move in there. But honestly, it was a lot of hype, but no bang. That's the best way I can put it.
Yeah.
Like literally, they're like, "Here comes the fireworks," and then the fucking the fuse is like, "Sst." And then you're just sitting there for 5 seconds. You're like, "Any second now," and then you're like, "Oh, man, it's
Hello?
a dud. It's a dud, dude." Like,
It's a dud.
I'm like, man, this 4th of July sucks.
God.
But yeah,
man.
that's
so sus.
right.
Just all of it. It's so sus. Like, just the fact that well, okay. Here's my question. So, like, people in the media and everything can call them out, but like, is there really anybody that can like come down on them?
I think there could be some legal trouble, because I think technically I read online, I could be wrong. Any law students or any like lawyers, I don't
Yeah.
know why you guys are gonna be watching this, but Like, but if
We
you guys,
accept all Boolers.
yeah, if you guys are watching this, and if you guys know something about this, like legally wise, like just put it in the comments. But I think I read online, as a landlord, you cannot legally charge people for a place that they haven't even moved into yet, and the fact that like the building's not even finished yet, you can't even charge people for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I get charging for August though. Like that's where I'll defend them, because technically we were supposed to be there August 22nd.
Yeah, because at that point it's like they could make the argument of, well, if you're not gonna pay, like we could have had this spot for someone else. You know what I mean? Like they were planning on it.
Yeah,
But at this point, like they can't get on you for not paying rent and say like, oh, we could have someone else living here. Like, dude,
in
no
what
one
building?
is living there.
Yeah,
Yeah, no one's living there. No one can take your spot.
and I think the fucked up thing about this was Towson University, because like they couldn't keep everybody on campus because coronavirus and stuff like that. So like any on-campus student that requested housing, they bought out the 5th through 7th floors, just for Towson students.
Yeah.
But as soon as Towson like said like we're sending everybody home, they canceled the contract with Aspen, and everybody who had those floors reserved that signed through the apartment, through Towson University, through the bursar's office, got fucked over.
Yeah.
Yep. And they don't even have a place to sit. Like, I mean, I know my friend Chris, who works there as a housing residence life, is staying in Marshall Hall, which is right across from Carroll Hall.
Mm-hmm.
He's staying there now, but like, damn, dude, I feel bad for everybody else that just kind of got cucked
Yeah.
over by that.
So you sort of like glossed over this at the beginning, but I don't think we've talked about it. What was the deal with like people staying on campus? Like, did they actually move in and then got kicked out like a week later? Or
They
what
moved
happened?
everybody in around, I think they started as early as the 11th to social distance everybody.
Okay.
And like, and as soon as school started on the 24th, it lasted 3 days. And then first of all, everyone who was going to come on campus was required to take a COVID test.
Yeah.
Out of like 30,000 students, I think 600 tested positive, and 55 technically were coming on campus, but they weren't living on campus. Nobody on campus had coronavirus.
Okay.
So it was 55 out of 600 people who were still coming to Towson that had coronavirus.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, at first they canceled the first week of classes face-to-face if the option was there, because I think the percent of online classes to face-to-face classes was like basically there was 85%. 85% of all the classes were online now.
Okay.
But they were like, okay, we're gonna like give it a week. Literally 3 days. 3 days into the into the semester,
Yeah.
they pulled the plug immediately. And I still think they're sending people back home. I know there's some people who filled out applications to stay on campus, but literally, like, I was talking to my friend Jordan, dude. It's got to be so fucking boring there, because, like, first of all, you can't have any guests, like,
Yeah.
and like,
Which, as expected,
and
honestly.
Jordan's roommate left, and the other two didn't show up, so he's just there by himself. Just like, he can't bring anybody in. He can go out to like off-campus apartments and stuff like that, but other than that, like, he's just sitting there by himself doing school, and at least he's got the whole room to himself, like the whole place to himself, which is pretty pog.
Yeah.
But like, damn, dude, like at that point you'd be like, is it worth like actually like staying here?
Yeah. Well, and, like, my brother is he's a sophomore at Mount St. Mary's, and he's like, his first year he stayed on campus, but now he's staying off campus in like a house. I think it's either him and 3 other people or him and 4 other people. I forget which one. And they're basically like in a house, in like a little neighborhood, and like what I heard was at Mount St. Mary's, like, they're a small school. Like, Towson is what, like 22,000, 23,000?
I think 30,000.
Is it really that high now?
I think so. Yeah, no, because
Wow.
literally 2018.
Because when I
first-
got there, it was like low 20,000.
dude, I swear to God to you, first year I got there, 2018, when I transferred there, it was decent. It was a decent amount of people.
Yeah.
Spring 2019, I noticed a lot of influx of people. Fall 2019, shit ton of people.
Damn.
Spring 2020, dude, I was practically walking shoulder to shoulder with people on the West Village Bridge, dude.
Wow, that's kind of crazy.
There were so many people there. I'm like, dude, we gotta get.
I mean, it's a popular university.
Yeah,
around
I'm
here,
like,
I guess. But
I was like Dwight Schrute. I'm like, dude, we need a new plague. And then look what happened. Like, fuck.
I'm guilty of that. I've been saying that since I don't even know how long, dude. But basically, my point is, Mount St. Mary's is like, I want to estimate about 2,000, maybe 2,500 students. So like maybe like 1/10 of Towson, basically.
Yeah.
And they're even like they've found like a few cases here and there. I don't want to say an exact number because I honestly don't remember. But they're doing a thing now, from what I heard, like on campus, they're testing for COVID through wastewater, like shower water, like bath water, sink water, all that
Interesting.
stuff. And they found like a few cases that way. I don't know how they trace them back, but like, holy shit, man. Like, if you know what I mean, in a small place like that, I'm sure it's easier to control than like a place like Towson, but
yeah,
that's still scary. You know what I mean? Because if 10 kids get it at Towson, it's such a small percentage, take necessary precaution, but it also could spread a lot faster with that many people. But then at a small school, it's probably not going to spread as fast, but it's already a bigger percentage of your university. You know what I mean? Like that's scary stuff.
yeah.
But I don't know. And you've been telling me too, like a lot of the tests at where, I don't know exactly where it is in Towson, where people.
It's the health health and like counseling office right by where where the back side of LA is, and right by Res Tower.
Yeah, and didn't you say like I think the number you said was 6 people that got false positives.
Yep.
What the hell is with that? Like I get 1 or 2, that happens. This is a new thing, we're testing for it. Like you don't always know.
Yeah.
But 6 people that get freaked out, and then they all go with their families and get tests just to be safe, and then they're all negative. It's like, that's weird.
I mean,
man.
and then like my friend Deja, for starters, she was the first one, and then like she's like, yeah, apparently got COVID, but I feel fine. And then she like self quarantined for like a week, but then she went to CVS to get tested because she's like, I want to make sure.
Yeah.
And it was negative, and she was like, well, what? I'm like,
Well,
I just
what the
wasted
hell?
a week. And my other friend Amy was, she quarantined the whole 2 weeks, but it said she got COVID. Apparently, she felt fine from what she told me and everyone in this group chat. And like her brother, her sister, and her mom all like tested like negative.
Yeah.
So, and she came out fine, like nothing even happened to her.
Okay.
And I was just like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, that's super weird.
I know. And like it's all at the Towson place too. Speaking of testing, real talk. What's the time limit we're at right now?
We're 2 minutes away from the first hour.
All right. I hate to do this. I gotta pee really bad. Like I'm not even joking, dude.
Yeah, I mean, you had G Fuel. You're drinking the Truly. How far are you into that Truly, by the way?
I crushed it.
You crushed it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I'm almost done mine. Mine's a double though.
look at my water.
So I'm like a little behind.
Is there a way we can pause it real quick, just without pausing record or without ending the recording?
Yeah, sure. All right, we'll be right back.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, so that's just long story short, that's how I beat Elon Musk in chess. But anyway, we're back.
Incredible.
Isn't that crazy? Like,
Holy
actually.
shit, dude. That's honestly a story for another episode, though. High
Yeah,
key.
no, I'll have to get back to you guys on that one. Tell you what.
Holy shit, dude. I can't believe it. He's
I
making microchips, and you just beat him casually.
Dude, there's no problem. It's just like, bam.
It's like going.
Bada bing, bada boom.
It's like going up to Mango and just being like, you want to play friendly real quick, and then you beat him as like
you
Pit.
beat him as like Bowser.
Yeah, or Pit or something like that. Like,
Project M Pit.
yeah. But yeah, no.
Dude, I love Mango.
I'm sorry, guys. I really had to go. Like,
Dude, I did too. I can't even lie.
I was like, you saw me fidgeting, like, dude. I was.
But the thing is, like I've been drinking, you've been drinking, but also G Fuel. You have G Fuel in your system, dude. That shit fucks you up. Like all caffeine does.
Yeah.
But it just does.
Well, first of all, I drank the G Fuel. I crushed my Truly. I nearly crushed my water, dude.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't see that before.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so I
That's the
was like,
first official LNB break.
I know. All right, that will never happen again, hopefully.
Yeah.
But because I'm better at it, but it's just like sometimes it's like it's not even like breaking the seal, dude. It's just like I have to go, and I consume a lot of liquid like in
Yeah.
its entirety, like by itself. So I'm just like,
Yeah, well, the whole breaking the seal thing is kind of a myth anyways. I don't know if you know that or not. It's
you
sort of
think
like
so?
it's like no, it is. It's like a party myth. Like basically like if you do it early, you'll have to take a piss like more times, but as far as amount, it's the same. Like, scientifically it's the same amount. So
Well,
it just comes down to how many times do you want to go to the bathroom
well,
basically
breaking
when
the
you're
seal.
drinking with your friends.
My theory is basically like it's like when you drink alcohol, and then the first time you pee, that's it, dude. You're gonna be peeing like every 20 minutes at least.
Yeah.
And like
As long as you're still going.
yeah, but like once that first release, guy or girl, dude, you're you have a 20-minute reservation on the books, dude. Like high
Yeah.
key. Because I remember one time I was drinking at Towson, and this girl I was talking to the other time, she was like, "Don't break the seal," and I was just like, "I'm not." But then like I went pee like an hour in, I was already like super plastered,
Yeah.
and then I was just like, "Oh God, like I gotta go pee every 20 minutes," and everybody kept making fun of me. I'm like, "Shut up, dude!" Like,
Dude, at this point, I don't even give a fuck. Like the only thing is, I will hold it if I'm like almost done my current drink.
yeah,
Like I'll top that off and then I'll take a
Yep.
piss. But like, who gives a fuck? Like, you know what I mean?
I don't
we're
care.
we're,
I
we're
just see it as a-
22 now. We're either like at each other's places or like at a friend's place or something. You know what I mean? It's not like we're at some like crazy party where we don't know where the fuck we are. Like if you gotta take a piss, just fucking do it and come back. You know what I mean?
I do.
I don't know why we're getting so in depth about this, but
I do. I want to say this. I do miss if anything that COVID has taken away. I genuinely do miss going out to like either like events and just like having fun, either like drinking or not, or even like going to the bars with like my future roommate Nate and like and just like having a good time everywhere like that. I don't know, because I even talked to my friend Ante, like who like goes out a lot, and he went to this place called the Backyard, which replaced the Green Turtle. I'm like, how is it? He's like, not really that size. There's people screaming and stuff like that, and they're all dressed up like they're ready to go out like normal, but it isn't the same. And I'm like, and I even asked him, I'm like, well, I mean, are all bars like that now? He's like, yeah, pretty much. I'm like, that's such a bummer, dude.
yeah,
Because like honestly, like when
mean,
we went out for my 21st, and then I went
that
out,
was a bop, dude.
Yeah.
That was fun.
it was fun. And then when I went out for syllabus week in the fall, it was fun. And then when I was actually like in the spring, like I finally got over like my woes and stuff like that, and I was like, you know what, let's go out, let's have fun. I can look back and gladly say that I loved how I went to the bars and stuff like that. At least I got that genuine experience.
Like, your first year of legally drinking is what you're getting
yeah,
at?
it was
Yeah.
so fun.
Yeah, for
Because
sure.
all I would do is like go over to Nate in our friend Jordan's place at 10 West. All it took is one Four Loco to pregame, and then I didn't even have to buy that many drinks. But just seeing everybody out there and stuff like that,
Yeah.
like having fun, like just seeing everybody drunk and stuff like that, it hits different.
Yeah, it does.
Especially,
No,
like,
it really does.
Especially during like college and stuff like that. I hope, knock on wood, I hope like spring, like at least like we can like do something like that again.
Yeah.
I don't want to say maybe not, but like I just really
We'll take it as it comes.
I genuinely miss it. Like, and I kind of wish like you and Sully went too with like Nate and Jordan. But you know what? If Aspen, if we're there, and like if there's somehow like a cure for coronavirus or something like that, or if it's like
Or a vaccine or whatever.
yeah, like I genuinely want you guys to come with like Nate and I, because it's so fun, dude.
Yeah, dude, Nate sounds fun,
Dude,
bro.
yo,
He
shout
sounds-
out to Nate.
He sounds like a geek, dude. I
Dude,
want to chill with him.
I love Nate because all he does it's like yo
NASA
Nate,
Nate.
NASA Nate, yo, fucking NASA Nate. I hope you're fucking listening to this, you motherfucker. But like NASA Nate, dude, like you get. I remember one time, like I was like I guess he got like a girl's number or something like that at the bar, and like that's disclaimer. for me and like Nate and for everybody else, when I go to the bar and stuff like that, like I'm speaking on behalf of myself here. When I go to the bar, my main mission is not to like find a girl for the night. It's just to have fun. But like
Yeah, I
if
mean,
something happens, like if I hit it off with a girl, yeah, I'll do it. I mean, I'm not gonna like I'm not trying to have sex with her, but like excuse me, but like if I like get her Snapchat, I count that as a cool thing that happened that night.
yeah,
And if she's actually cool and it leads to something more, then yeah. But I guess what happened with Nate was like I guess he got a girl's Snapchat, and that was all I heard about it. I was like, so Nate,
Yeah.
what happened last night? And he just rubs his hands like that. He's like classified, and I was like, classified? What do you mean? He's
What
like,
the hell?
he's like NASA classified.
NASA classified.
I'm just like, damn. I'm just like, whoa.
You're just like, I want to be like that.
No, that's like it's basically like it's like with me with Boolin, like it's like I was looking at a mirror of because he's like, yo, if you're like doing your thing, you're living life, you're working for NASA. And I'm like, yo, but for me, I'm like, if you're doing your thing, you're living your life, you're Boolin. So when he said it's NASA stuff, I was like, did Nate just pull a reverse card on me? Like, holy shit, dude.
Yeah, Uno reverse.
Yeah, no, honestly, if Nate was doing this podcast, like if he was the host, it'd probably be called Late Night NASA or something like that, or NASA space event or something like that. I don't know.
God.
I definitely want to have him as a guest on here, like high key.
Yeah, he seems cool.
He's so chill, dude. He's so chill. But you know what? We got to get the episode.
God. Just because you said that, we're gonna get our friends / acquaintances being like, "I'm have me as a guest again."
Hey, honestly,
oh boy, boy.
like episode 8, dude. Like episode 8. After we get to episode 8, we can start having people on and stuff like that. I really want to get Sullivan on first,
Yeah.
even though he didn't go to Japan. He's like my super best friend of like 10. Actually, shit, dude, 11 years now. Because 6th grade.
6th grade.
Yeah.
So we would have been 11 going on 12. So yeah, 11 or 10 or 11 years. Yeah.
Yeah, and like he's cool, and he knows a lot about Japanese, and I feel like he'd be a genuine like good person on here to have
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
I love Sully.
Yeah,
I miss that motherfucker.
I know, dude. He misses you too, man. He's just chilling, like finishing up his last semester at UMBC and stuff like that. But in terms for guests, I guess we really haven't talked about the situation for guest.
I mean, I don't think we need to specify it on here explicitly.
Oh yeah, no. Like, but the plan was like originally get 5 episodes done, like boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
and then like after episode 5, we would have people on, but like
Occasionally, not like every
yeah,
episode after.
occasionally,
Yeah.
because we don't want to just be in like late night Bull and friends, like
Yeah, exactly.
But COVID happened. We and then I was like, all right, let's build the streak back up. So I'm like, let's do 5 episodes of Late Night Bull again. So it'd be episode 8, and then maybe we can start considering to have guests on here.
Yeah,
There's
because we had episode 3, 4, 2 midday ghouls, and now this one in a row.
Yeah,
Essentially in a row. I mean, like there was a little bit of a gap
basically
between last midday ghoul and this one, but that's just waiting on a mic.
Basically, it was just wanting to get a flow of like doing this stuff, like just establish something before we like mix it up.
Yeah.
Like with all design goes, like with with music or game design, like you got to get a flow going before you can start really experimenting.
Yeah, and I agree with that in terms of like you said, like music and game design. Of course, I think songwriting, for me, like,
Yeah.
it's very important if you're going to write with somebody else that, one, you understand them, but first and foremost, you have to understand how you typically write, you know what I mean? And as long as they understand that, it's going to go really well. But if you're in your early stages, it's going to be kind of rocky, you know what I mean? But, and like, I think us as friends and as fellow podcasters,
Yeah.
we have like a pretty good chemistry, like a good rapport, because we know each other very well.
Yeah.
So I feel like adding a third variable every once in a while could be really fun.
Oh yeah. And like that's what I was saying. Like occasionally, like we'll have people on. We just wanted to get a good combo going. I know I said Sully would be number 1, and I still stay true to that. But for every other guest, like we like talked about and considered and stuff like that,
It would be unanimous too.
it would be unanimous. No particular order either.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we just wanted to get that clear away because we talked about it behind the scenes, but like, I feel like I'm comfortable now to like even just say that like publicly and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And it's not like some mentality thing like, oh, we got a podcast, we got to make sure you're fit to be on. Like, it's just like, no, I don't want to change it up too much where it starts to dissipate the original like plan.
Yeah.
And
I
stuff
mean,
like
like,
that.
I'm gonna put this very bluntly because I'm pretty good at that. We have to both have a reason to have you on, basically.
Yeah.
Like if you're one of our close friends, that is. Like, because there are some friends that I know and that you know that I think would be great guests, and there's some friends that I love dearly, but that doesn't mean they need to be on necessarily. You know what I mean? And that's not a diss to them in any way. It's just
No.
It's just how it works. And that sounds shitty, no matter which way you phrase it.
Yeah,
but
just keep in mind, guys,
know.
we're not being diss about it. Like
Not at
we're
all.
just trying
Not
to
at
keep
all.
like we're just being selective and like making sure the show is like consistent and stuff like that because we don't want to derail it and then just like can late night bull. Like
Yeah.
if anything, I don't plan on canning late night bull for at least like another like. I mean, we're still like in the infancy stage. I don't plan on ditching late night bull like earliest until like 2 years at least.
No, dude, I love doing this.
Yeah, I know.
I really do.
So
I really
like
enjoy it.
basically bottom line, and I'm just gonna end it right here before we say anything else. Like I just want to just say that it's just like we're just trying to keep the focus on track. No diss to anybody, but it's just to mainly keep it on focus. We will have guests soon, but we'll just let you know, and then if it happens, it'll happen. So just stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
All right. Well, I think that's it. Thanks everybody for listening. As always, I hope you like the improved audio quality for this episode.
yes,
As you belch into the mic.
yes.
But yeah,
I'm sorry.
I think these mics are both really quality. I think it's gonna be awesome when I edit it. I hope it's awesome when you listen to it. If you have anything that you would like to say to us, or even just like topics, things you want us to talk about, feel free to hit us up in the comment section down below. Feel free to hit us up in the DMs if you feel really strongly about a particular
Only
subject.
at Instagram.
Yeah, on Instagram at latenightbull.wave.
.wav. Yeah, baby.
WAV.
Yeah. File extension puns, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, it fits well.
That was like, all right, real talk. That was like when I was making the handle, I was like, dude, fuck yes. So I'm like, it's not taken. Like I'm taking it.
No, dude, it's sleek. It's sleek.
I
like
know.
it. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening as always. He's been Mike. I've been Elliot. We all love you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Keep on bowling through the night, dude.
We're going to lose subscribers.